Hi. I just came from outside, so disregard this. We're gonna be taking this off. But what's up? I got pink hair now. I feel like every video I do, I always got a different hairstyle. We love diversity when it comes to hair. Love it. But shit, girl, how you been? How you been, sis? Cause honestly, I'm not gonna hold you like, I don't know how I've been. You know, college kind of crazy if you ask me. But that's what this video is gonna be about. Video is kind of gonna just be about college and what to expect coming in. But what to expect coming in as, like, you know, a freshman, and like, I guess just how to deal with shit. Cause I feel like towards high school seniors who are like coming into college, you get painted this pretty picture that like, yeah, college is stressful, but like most of it is fun. Like, you make it what it is, and it's like, that's true, but like there's inevitable shit that you cannot, like, you gotta go through. Like, you gotta have this experience. What I'm just gonna be explaining is kind of like how to prepare for that, because it can happen any moment throughout your new college path that you're going down. For me, it kind of happened now, and it probably still will happen somewhere down the line, because you know life is stressful as it is. But like, I just want to like put you on to a few tips on what to do when coming to college life, and that's on education. Okay, so first, who the fuck calling me? Okay, so one tip that I would want to give someone who's coming into college is just to remind yourself all the time that you are going away for college, like from your hometown or whatever. Just understand that you're in a new environment, and that is gonna have some effects on you mentally, maybe physically, spiritually, your chakras, your Bible, you know, whatever you use it to kind of just cleanse yourself, because you're in a new space. And sometimes like going somewhere different or being in a new environment, that can mess you up, or it could better you. But in the case that it can mess you up, you always want to make sure that you're kind of just, you know, always making sure that, okay, am I good, like mentally, am I stable, like kind of just checking up on yourself, because people tend to check up on you, but I feel like no one really knows a person like they know themselves. Like, no one knows me like how I know myself. So just always make sure that if you're moving into a new space, new environment, whatever the case may be when it comes to college, you're keeping yourself in check and making sure that you're just mentally okay with the new environment that you're in. The next tip I would give is that, like, this is mostly for high school students, I guess, like also in just first year college students, whatever. But if you're a student like me who never really used to like study, it kind of sounds shitty, like what type of student am I? But there's just people who just haven't, before coming to college or being in college, studying is difficult. It's just like not everyone really knows how to like thoroughly study. So what I would say, if you don't, like I don't, using your resources on campus could really like help. You know, I get that sometimes we feel like kind of ashamed when we don't understand something and we just don't want help. Like, I'm that type of person where if I don't get it and the rest of the class does, I'll feel like shit, I'm kind of dumb. I'm a little bit on the side, you know. But with that, you have to like remind yourself, like, you know, I'm here for a diploma at the end of the day, and if I don't make these certain steps, if I don't take these certain steps to make sure that I know my shit, how I'm gonna get the diploma. Like, that's how I like to think of it, because in all honesty, it's true. It's like, you know, as much help you can get on campus, no one's really helping you get that diploma besides yourself. You're the one who wakes up every day and say, shit, let's get this bread, let's get this motherfucking education, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if you see yourself going through difficulty educational wise, just, you know, look for resources on campus, tutoring, professors, office hours. Professors can be intimidating, but I feel like if you just rub them the right way, hey yo. But if you just, you know, do a little thing, you know, if you just do that, don't really do that, but like, you know, just kind of like make yourself known in class, ask a lot of questions. Maybe after class, like, go up to them and be like, hey, you know, I really understood everything today, thanks. That's all you gotta say, and then they'll like kind of remember that. And then, you know, later down the line, if you really don't understand something, it'll just be easier for you to go into their office because you already made that connection, because they kind of already know who you are. Another thing I would say before I move on is that if you have friends who are in the same major as you, or if they're taking the same class, like, don't be scared to just, you know, Like, get to know people in your class and probably like ask them a question or two. I know it can be intimidating just talking to people, but you never know until you try. You know, half of the time people are really nice. Yes, there's a little bit of, you know, dickheads out there, but the cool people overrule that number of dickheads out there. So here's one of those like washed up, like, ooh, college stigmas. Oh, study, like work hard. Yes, please do that. Work hard, study, get on your grind, get to your bag, sis. Get to the money. You don't want to be broke out here. We already in debt. We don't want no more debt. Don't be in debt. Get your bag, sis. However, college is also a time where, you know, you're finding yourself. You're finding basically the friends that you're gonna have for the rest of your life, really. They say that the people you meet in college is the people that, you know, gonna be there through and through afterwards. So it's just like, take the time to experience new things and enjoy new fun things to do with people. Your social aspect in college is really important, because that, even though it's a social aspect and you're like having fun and there's no work that really has to be done with it, it kind of could affect your, you know, your work, like ethics and shit like that. I don't know the fucking word. It could just affect you, like, what's that word? Roundedly? I don't know. It could affect you everywhere, if it makes sense. If you're not social and you're always like locked up in your dorm, people tend to fall into seasonal depression. Like, people tend to just get sad out of nowhere, and then depending on the type of person you are, that'll either make you want to do work and then stress yourself out, or not want to do work and be lazy. So it's just like being cooped up in a room and not really going outside and trying new things, or just going to like a club meeting. Like, you don't even got to be a part of the club. Like, just go and be like, hey, I just want to see what y'all doing. Like, and I'm pretty sure the club would be like, all right, go ahead, come on, sit down, grab a drink, da. So, you know, like, you just got to be out there. And if you're a shy person, like, it'll take some time. I feel like every person is shy until they meet the right group of people. So it's a lot of trial and error. But yeah, please don't like keep yourself locked away from the rest of the world in college, especially in college, because there's so many people to meet. And I feel like networking is such a big thing, whether that's helping you towards your career or just helping you making long-term friends. Ew, I sound so mushy, bro. I'm hard, I promise. I'm you know, violent, gang, you know what I'm saying? You know, Bronx BX, you know, I'm hard, but like, I'm soft. What else would I say? Is this like a more like homeworky thing, schoolwork thing? Procrastination is real. You're gonna procrastinate a lot. You probably are procrastinating a lot, whether you're a college freshman, a college sophomore, junior, or senior. Seniors probably procrastinate the most because they don't have anything to do since they're like done with everything. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, and it's kind of something inevitable too. Like, you can't necessarily stop procrastinating. Like, you can't just like never procrastinate. That's a lie. I feel like when you do procrastinate, I guess just like you try to talk to yourself. I'm weird, I don't know, I talk to myself a lot. I like pep talk myself too much, but I would just say, like, since you know yourself and you know if you don't get back on track after procrastination, you may like not ever finish that work. So if you know yourself, kind of like limit yourself to how long you're procrastinating. That's what I try to do. So it's like, shit, I'm typing up this essay, but I'm already thinking about probably online shopping as I'm on this computer. Let me give myself 10 minutes to get the urge and then go back, you know what I'm saying? It's just like back and forth thing. Because what I've learned here too, like, studies show apparently, and like learning from my friends, when it comes to having better like study habits or just like work habits, you're not necessarily supposed to like work on something for so long. High schoolers, college students, they think, or we tend to think that like, oh, if I just put all my focus on this and try to like work on it like for hours on end, that's helping and I'm gonna just get it done. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, it's always best to like just, you know, work on something, let's say 20 minutes, take a 5-minute break. Next 20 minutes, another 5-minute break, you know, like kind of giving yourself little breaks, because if you're working on something for so long, when you take a break because you're like, shit, damn, and you're still not done with your work, you're more likely to be on a longer break and probably not go back to your work than you would be if you were taking breaks. So whatever type of person you are, I hope these tips, like, you know, correspond with your life choices and how you go about your life. But another tip would be like, I feel like your dorm is like your home away from home. So with that being said, if you're into like minimal shit, by all means, you know, we love a minimalistic queen. But if you're like, you know, I guess if you want to feel like a more homey vibe, or just, you know, kind of brighten up your room, I would definitely say bring pictures from home, pictures of friends, pictures of like, you know, family, you going out, maybe a little poster or two, a few like bright colors splashed in there, some fairy lights, like, you know, give yourself that kind of homey vibe. At least at home for me, I used to have pictures on my wall just because I like, you know, having pictures of people that I care about on my wall, and just like always looking back at it and like remembering certain events from those pictures, you know. I feel like doing that kind of just helps ease the stress of college. I don't know, like after I come out of a class, coming back to my dorm is like always the first thing I want to do, because it's like, oh, okay, this is where I can like breathe, you know. Sometimes people who come into college, they're so focused on like study, X, Y, and Z, that they kind of forget about themselves and how to make themselves feel at, you know, peace and ease. And it's like one of the first things that gotta make you feel okay, because college itself is already a big ass like monstrosity. Like something that needs to make you feel calm and at home and at peace and just your safe space. It has to be your dorm, because that's where you're sleeping every single night. So, you know, just make sure that it's up to par with how you would want it to be. Another thing is like, if you're ever going through anything that's like, you know, you're mentally not okay, I feel like whoever you feel that's closest to you, or whatever resources you have on your campus, please use them. Like me coming into college, I have that mentality where I'm like, shit, if I'm going through something, ain't nobody else gotta go through it with me, because it's my issue, I gotta deal with it, and I know myself. I feel like I'm really like cocky when it comes to, oh yeah, I have like a mental issue like going or happening currently, like I could deal with it, you know. And I feel like a lot of us have that like mentality, and it's not cute, it's not appealing, you know. You're messing yourself up, like, you know what I'm saying? Doing that or holding things in and just like expecting yourself to get over it when you know like you may not get over it, I feel like it just makes things so much worse. And it could be hard for people to like express themselves to others. I feel that people who like high schoolers and stuff who probably deal with it, they're gonna come into college and like have that same mentality, and then there's gonna be one day where you're just like mentally like not okay, because with the schoolwork where you got like 5 essays, do a research paper, you haven't even fucking started researching anything, like it's gonna be so bad one day where you're just gonna be like, what the fuck, and you're gonna explode. And I don't know how it may turn out for you, because I know for me it didn't turn out well. Like I had a really bad like anxiety attack, and I feel like in high school I really have that, because it's like, shit, high school isn't compared to college. The problems you have in high school are nothing compared to what you will have in college. So I feel like, you know, the best thing to do is either to talk to someone, or just like, you know, if you really have trouble like talking to people, just write it out, or like do something, like save some time for yourself throughout the day if you have a busy schedule, or just be like, hey, like I'm feeling kind of iffy, you know, there's something heavy on my mind, let me write it out. And there's too many things to honestly worry about when it comes to college. Your GPA, your grades, like, you know, if you're on a sports team, that there's too many things for you to be stressing about. You got too many things to be stressing about, and you can't keep all this shit cracked in your head, bro. You gonna explode like a motherfucking balloon, baby. Don't do it. Talk it out or write it out. And that's on what? That's on a healthy conscience, baby. I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If not, it's alright. I haven't done a video in a long time. Life is stressful, but we out here though. College ain't easy, life ain't easy, but shit, we out here doing it though. Give us okay. Okay. Bye guys.